Well, thanks a lot, guys. Outside the Saints locker room, we are pleased to be joined by linebacker Scott Fujita. First of all, what a boring game, kind of uneventful out there, huh?
Right. Yeah, my guts have never felt like they did tonight. I mean, that was incredible. Roller coaster of a game, so many turning points. But to come up with the win, it's pretty indescribable right now.
Just we're going to get to some of the turning points, but talk about going to the Super Bowl. I know it was a goal for this team, but to attain that goal, how does this team feel right now?
It's really, you just can't describe it. I mean, I really feel like I'm floating right now. When Harley kicked that thing through the uprights and the place just went crazy, it was electric. And I'm just so happy, not only for the guys in the locker room, but for the people of New Orleans. This is the culmination of everything now. You know, the last 4 years, everything we've been working for, all the ups and downs, for it to come to this point on this night, the biggest game in franchise history, I'm honored and I'm humbled.
Take me inside the locker room. I know you guys were in there for a long time. What did Coach say? I mean, what was the atmosphere right after the game inside the locker room?
I really can't remember anything anybody said about it. I forgot a lot of I love yous and hey, I'm proud of you and all that, but it was just, complete joy. And, the sense of togetherness on this team has always been there. But again, to talk about the culmination of everything and the way it came together tonight for us and be able to come back to the locker room like that, arm in arm, it's just incredible.
Talk about your pivotal play right before the half. Of course, Reggie had the fumble, but then you recovered a fumble with Adrian Peterson. I mean, that was a huge play for this team.
I mean, they just had a bad handoff, and I jumped on the ball. So I'm not going to overanalyze it. That's what it was, and it came at a good point.
You guys forced so many fumbles, really blitzed Brett Favre. I mean, this is one of the best offenses in the NFL, and the defense has to feel good about the pressure you put on and a lot of the turnovers you created.
That's a good team we beat today, a really good team. They know what they're doing with the ball, one of the best quarterbacks of all time. But we came in, and I think we played more physical than they did, and that's why we won the game.
Coming up next, I want you to enjoy this one, but you have the Indianapolis Colts. What do you think about this matchup?
It's going to be big. I know there's a lot of Peyton Manning fans here in New Orleans, but I think they're going to pull for the Saints on this one.
All right. Last question. Super Bowl 44. You're going to be playing in this game. I mean, it's not going to hit you for a couple days, is it?
No. I don't know if it'll ever hit me, probably maybe in mid-March sometime, and I'll be back home in California, and I'll think, man, did I really just play in a Super Bowl? It's unbelievable.
You're one of the good guys. You always come out. I appreciate it, Scott, and enjoy the next few days, and we'll see you in Miami.
Anytime, man. Love you guys. Thank you.
All right, Scott Fujita, thanks for coming out. We're going to have many interviews outside the locker room. Of course, we're going to catch up with Drew Brees. And you know what? Coming down the elevator at the end of the game, I talked to Hall of Fame coach for the Minnesota Vikings, Bud Grant, and I asked him, how does this one rank in all the NFC Championship games you've seen over the years? He said, you know what? Has to be maybe at the top of the list. That's high praise for Bud Grant, of course, one of the legends in the NFL. But like I said, much more coming up for the Saints locker room. That's the story for now. Back to you guys.